SAETA Esports getting that buff recently. We think that's going to be a prio pick. It was instantly. You got to play around it and adjust accordingly. Falcons, Indonesia are going to have to fight hard going into match number 1.
Here we go. Thank you so much to the panel. We're here. It's me, Mirko, and Athena to bring you game number 1 into the land of Dawn. We go for the opening match of MWI EWC26. We get a quick look at the emblems here, straight up. It's kind of crazy that they went for the Hirara, the Yeeve, and the carry straight up. SAETA, they just put everything on the board, no hidden cards coming into the second phase.
And that's the thing, SETA is actually known to adjust their composition quite well, depends on who they're up against with. And with Falcons back here for MWI 2026, we're kind of seeing a different assembled version of them by missing out some of the few seasons a while back, but now they're back for vengeance. And looking at the graph, Eterna and Brigida had discussed that they want to go head-to-head, especially on the jungle. You mentioned the Hirara. Now we got the Suyu back on top here for the Manda or Sev.
I don't know about the matchup, dude. The Suyo has really gone down in stocks the last patch after the big nerfs on skill 2, some of those cooldowns as well. But the Hirara, on the other hand, has been finding a lot of success even in the utility meta and wildcards that we saw. Just a few fights here and there. Fanwa.
Okay, Raimundo will immediately fall down. It's a great answer here for SETA. Setting the tone, immediate takedown onto the roam. Seva trying to go for the pickoff. Will there be a trade? Yes, indeed. Joe with a kill immediately onto Zeb. Now it reflects the nerf onto that Suyo.
We questioned it and it's instantly answered. Guy. Great laning phase so far against Liv, but the Suyo, that clearing speed definitely took a hit. And for Zoe on the Hirara, it's just been fantastic. Free turtle with all the setup they've been given, with mid-prio as well. I think that's one of the main things about the Belleric. You really gotta wait for level 4 before you're actually useful, when you could see with Fanhua and the Gatakacha, it's just playing 1 to 3, getting the prio, and then utilizing and revitalizing that brutal sustain.
And that's exactly SETA went for. They didn't even wait for Raimundo to get that ultimate, just taking advantage of the early game here. Meanwhile, transitioning onto the top lane, we could definitely see the rise of the Eve yet again. With a box type of composition here for SETA, they wouldn't have any problem at all in just disengaging or actually initiating types within their framework. And now, Fanwa onto the top lane. There's gonna be some kind of vision here for Falcons. That's why they will not resort onto any pickups yet.
And it gets really tough now as we get into the mid game for Falcon ID. They still have a very good team fighting composition, but it all relies on whether or not they can be free around Violet Sev. An attempt in the bottom lane.
That's a 3-woman setup here, but Jessica66 just chilling around here. Definitely not worth her time yet. So they just want to somehow focus on Zoe farming up as much as they can. And so far, there was some kind of question for a set of division if they can withstand fast-paced tempo disruptors. But looking at their early facing, looks like they got this one on the back.
Does look like that's the case. SAETA's composition scales really well as well. We're talking about just pure damage output around these team fights. Falcon ID, on the other hand, they're really going to have to rely on the Suyo and the Moskov to try to play these side lanes, build on that macro advantage, and then try to split SAETA up, because it really looks like as long as SAETA stick together, they get tempo around the map with Zoe and Jessica, they should just be able to build a solid box to play around, and that's exactly what both teams want to play around this time.
Yep.
On to Turtle 2. It's a box for SAETA. It's up to Falcons to break it.
Okay, Falcons immediately goes in with a taunt here. Violet on the other hand, going for the follow-up. Jessica66 onto the back, targeting Liv and Livy as well. Livy falling down. But on the front lane, just dishing out those damages. There's going to be a chase here. Fanwa, good free hits for Guy. There's going to be the Dark Wave, but it isn't enough yet. There's going to be a 3-woman here and an immediate takedown onto Violet. Most of the kills onto the side of SAETA.
Falcon got the tempo, but they couldn't get more than just a neutral objective. The team fighting we were talking about, Jessica, what a set with a throw and a ruin combo together with the AOG, and they can't look for anything on the map. SAETA on the other side though, Guy and Fanhua here just waiting in the bush. Violet's in for a rough awakening if he just walks up into this turret. I think it's just going to be a free turret for SAETA.
Definitely. Falcons right now They can't risk another sudden death like that. Looking at the SETA way here, they just want to be the one to set the tempos. Falcon ID just isn't giving any objections at it, and SETA Division is mostly the one setting up most of the team fights. If it doesn't matter to them, they just go around and go farm help as much as they can.
Equipment check. It's the cursed helmet for the first item from Mrs. Jessica. 1v1 for both the assassins. Zev takes the safe route, gets away in time. Liv playing this weak side. Everybody corralling into the bottom lane, trying to get Guy the turret.
Okay, there's always Jessica onto the front line, so Falcons ID can't do nothing about it. They don't have the skill set yet and the arsenals to totally disrupt Jessica in the process. But as you mentioned, you already have the Sky Cursor for Sev. They have to get those numbers rolling if they want to somehow contest neutral objectives. And speaking of which, in less than 10 seconds, there's going to be one, and SETA already has their eyes on this one.
It's just such great adaptations, such quick adaptations from SETA. They noticed how slow they were to actually walk up and get these positions earlier. Way everything all into Jessica.
That's a very nice Mr. Gusher for Livy in a solo with a flicker in. Final the killing spree. Caught off guard yet again. Their jungler. Looks like there's going to be a backfire onto Falcon. Tracing down onto the backline. Zhao onto Raimundo. They're going their own way. Violet falling down as well. Livy onto Zhao. Looks like there's going to be an easy kill for her. Or not. Might be. Going to the tower lock or tower hug here, but SETA Division still came up on top on that clash.
Falcons try to all in on the main frontliner. Jessica just took it like a champ, and everybody else went in for the re-engage. Now it's Liv caught all alone by Name.
Okay, there's one to avoid Crystal. Okay, that's a sandwich meta. Liv forced to go out of her way just to escape SETA Division. 3k gold lead. Things are not looking good right now for Falcons ID.
No, they were really just looking for a trade there around the fights in the bottom lane. Now Zoe might go for the 1v1 again. If Sev uses that first skill. No, it's just a soul sever.
Okay, it's going to be Karasu. Trying to dash his way out. Go with a chase. Looks like they go in for the discipline yet because there's another neutral objective being targeted. A very smooth transition here for SETA Division. All neutral objective most of the time goes onto the hand of Joe.
Oh, Name. Another big weakness for the Suyo is these long-range mages in mid. They can just burst him down. No magic damage reduction anymore on the kit. It's been nerfed quite a while ago.
Yep.
And like you mentioned, it's all really about the transition. SETA, they've transitioned so well, converted on every objective. Again, they see Falcons up top. They go straight into the bottom lane. And Raimundo is just so confused, frustrated. They don't know where to look. They go up top. They try to match some of the rotations from SETA, and Zoe is just split pushing down below on this Hirara, and there's nobody who can match this 1v1 presence. Not even Sev on the Suyo.
They couldn't even maximize the Moskov thing here for Falcons ID because SETA Division is just all over the map. Conceal play here. Raimundo yet again caught here with a flicker and Rat of Dryad. There's going to be two members here for SETA Division caught on the crossfire. Fanwa with an AOG. Violet going into their further pursuit. Still going down. A very nice box here for Name and Falcons ID. Even with great initiations, great targeting, it just isn't giving any damage yet against SETA.
It's crazy to say, but it just feels like SETA are just better. Falcons have had no answer to anything. The only time we've seen a proactive move has been Liv trying to get a turret up top. That's about it. Everything else, pace set by SETA, and you can see in the goal difference here, it is all almost across the board, a 1,000 gold lead. So it is the 1v1s that are just constantly going to SETA. And for Zoe, it's that immobilization. The fact that it's just so difficult to catch anyone from SETA. I had my doubts early on when they revealed all of their damage dealers in the first 3 picks, but then the way that they were able to adapt to it, picking up these 2 beefy frontliners and the Gata Kacha and Alice, getting that combo in together as well. It has really confused Falcons now, especially as Guy finishes off her DHS. That is the 3-item power spike we were, well, should be looking forward to. I don't think Falcons are actually looking forward to that too much. It's just free. There's no way for them to even walk out of their own base. It's just Liv who can do a little bit of that. Just clears it out though. Can't go for
But
any
still,
trades.
it's not enough for Liv to just go on about her day, clear off the last bits of minion wave, the long lane here against SETA Division. But also, we have to consider the fact that the crowd control mostly will come from Raimundo or Violet. Additional crowd control might get from the Mystic Projectile here for Livid, but still isn't enough because the moment they approach, they're easily torn down here by SETA Division. They just don't have that range yet. Damage isn't there for Livy. I just saw her build up the corrosion side, but that's it. Now SETA Division has the Lord. Totally maxes out the outer and inner turrets here for Falcons ID. Now they're left to defend down to their last base turrets here onto their base.
They do have okay clear. Still have a Gord and a Moskov in their lineup. But SETA's got really good siege with Jessica
Conceal again?
on the Alice. Yep, the conceal. Guy's looking for the shot to the turret. Name just looking for an angle to get an RWM to zone Falcons away from this turret. Now base turret down below, targeted by SETA.
Oh, another drone of ruin! Team members gone here for Team Falcons ID. But a follow here for Fonblock. Jessica 6-6 still on the Crimson Gleam, but trying to run away. Seth going down. Leave with an answer called. That's 1-for-1 trade off. They're not backing away just yet. Still for SETA Division, I think that was a very fruitful initiation, even though it cost Jessica 6-6 her life.
Yeah, no bounties on Jessica. All good as long as they're able to get those chip damage over onto the turrets. It's very low down below. It would have been even better if SETA were able to take that down. But hey, a win's a win right now. You'll lose your frontliner for the price of Zev, who now will lose a lot more time to try to look for farm. Heck, Liv is being given over the orange buff. So this level lead is going to be still a problem as we get into the next Lord for Falcon ID. Sev is going to have to just try to out-red tree, predict those red tree battles coming in from zone.
Yep, because most of the time for Falcons ID, the issue is that for the earlier parts of the game, they weren't even able to farm up as much as they can. And from their coach, they quoted that they just have to go farm, then go kill. They can't even do the step one. So for right now, it's too scattered here for Team Falcons ID. SETA Division really found the right weakest link here for Team Falcons, which is to somehow get and disrupt the whole jungling pattern here for Sev. Just going ninja here, trying to get her own purple buff while all of them are still busy. But now for Team Falcons ID, there is just so much to catch up to. Gold lead, kill lead, and as well as the map control overall.
Chev's doing a good job. Yeah, just staying out of vision, finding these holes in the map game that SETA have conquered to try to get some farm. And what a story this will be for our opening match. One of the titans of MWI from Indonesia. Usually when we look at the women, it's the Indonesian teams who've had the craziest records. But now it's SETA, proven to the world right now that they can go toe-to-toe. Heck, they can actually even just be better. Name poking Violet down. Mid-prio for Liv.
Okay, they have to watch out here for Guy. Mystic Kush is ready. Jessica 6-6 with a stopper of the Throne of Ruin. Liv falling down. Joe getting busy here. Liv will slowly back away. Killing spree for Guy. Joe onto Liv with those damages.
Whoa.
With Jessica 6-6 onto the front line. A Crimson Gleam out. Livy as well here will go Livid. Zev can do nothing but stare back. SETA Division still got the lead. Joe was the survival instinct mode there, but still they want to go up against their base turrets here, trying to finish off the round as fast as they can. Guy with a mega kill. Now they're locking their eyes onto the tower, and it looks like this is it. SETA Division takes game number 1.
A shocker of a win. Could be an upset on our first match at MWI EWC 2026.